Hi, since I rebuilt my credit, I have always paid my bills on time, but I missed a payment recently. I'm going to tell you how it happened to me and how to prevent it from happening to you. Okay, so paying my bills on time is very important to me for obvious reasons, but also I have this credit channel and I really can't be sitting here making videos every week telling you what you should do about credit when I would make a mistake myself. And this actually bothered me a little bit when I missed this credit card payment. It was pretty much my fault, but it was avoidable. And I'm going to show you today how to avoid a potential mistake when you are making a credit card bill payment. First off, I want to thank everyone so much for watching this channel. If this is your first time, welcome to the CreditFast channel. If it's not, if you're a regular viewer or subscriber, thank you very much. And I'd like to thank the subscribers, especially because I have hit the 1,000 subscriber mark, and that means so much to me. Wow, I made a mistake, everybody. I made a big mistake with my credit card payment, and I want everyone to know about it so you can avoid it. I had a Capital One payment due, and I made it on the due date, and I do that sometimes. And what I didn't know is that their cutoff time is earlier than a lot of other credit cards. So even though I made that payment that same day, it counted for the next business day. So in effect, that made my payment late. I got charged a late payment fee, and I was also charged interest. But if this happens to you, you shouldn't just take that late payment and those interest charges. You should do what I did and give them a call. And that was the best thing I could have possibly have done, and I'm going to tell you about it today. I wanted to say also that the Capital One credit card company was pretty good with me about it. I was talking with somebody in customer service, and I told them I was not aware. I just made the wrong assumption that the due date on Capital One, because it's such a large credit card company, I just made the assumption it was 11:59 Eastern Standard Time. And I was wrong, and I apologized for it. So after the customer service representative removed my late fee and the interest charges, I then told him that I had a credit channel and I wanted to thank him. And he said to me that we understand that customers can have these moments where they do make a mistake like you did, and we know that it was unintentional. We'd rather just be understanding about it. Go ahead, call and see what they can do for you. They have policies in place, and they may be in your favor. For this YouTube video, I also have an article where I go into more detail about different aspects of credit card payments. It's a good thing to run through because it'll tell you a lot of things, not just about the payment deadlines, but ways that you should handle your credit cards so that they are on time and everything is organized correctly. So if you want to know what the credit card payment deadline time is for your credit card, click the link in the description below this video, and you'll be able to see what the cutoff times are for the most popular credit cards issued in the United States. So after all this happened, I knew that I needed something to help me organize my credit card bills. And that's why I bought this little organizing notebook that I'm showing you up here. I found that this was the easiest way that I could organize my bills. What I like is that there are 12 pages with a pocket on each page for each month of the year, and I could write down all my bills on there. There are two columns. The first column on the left is only for credit cards. So everything, all my credit cards I list there, and then I list what is the payment that I will be making when the due date comes around. And then on the right would be for my other bills. It could be utilities, things like that. And if I have any physical statements, I put those in the pocket. But for the most part, I have everything online and I go paperless. And then I do something interesting with the inside cover. So I listed all the credit cards I had, basically in chronological order, from the earliest due date to the last due date. And then to the right of it, I wrote what the payment deadline is. So that way I would never have any kind of confusion again, and I would always be on time. So this little organizing notebook just works perfectly for me. I have in the past tried online methods of organizing my personal finances, and for me it always seemed to be more work and trouble than I want to put in, and I just found it easier to have it written down on paper. But I haven't tried it in years. So if you know a good app that will both track your credit card bills and your other bills, and it's great and you love using it, please leave it in the comments below. I will definitely look at it. So I've taken this old school method of organizing my credit card bills and utility bills just because I'm online enough. I have a blog and I have a YouTube channel, so trust me, I know how to use a computer. It just is nice to have that notebook. It's in front of me. I can look at it at any time and get a glance, a look over from everything I have to pay in a given month. And if you want a notebook like that, I left a link in the description where you can get one. It's very similar to the one that I have. So if you think that this notebook can be useful to you, you can take a closer look at it, maybe find a different organizing notebook for paying bills, either way. So I left that link in the description below. So a very common question is, how many credit cards are too many credit cards? And well, the answer to that is too many credit cards is when you can no longer handle those credit cards, which I came close to happening to me because I missed this credit card payment. I wasn't aware of the exact cutoff time of that credit card payment. Maybe if I had 5 credit cards, I would know every single credit card. But I have more than 5 because I have this credit channel. You can see a lot of different credit card YouTubers like Ask Sebi or the Credit Shifu. They, like me, have multiple credit cards. And we have to have those first and foremost to be able to talk about them with you in the videos we make. But also, we have these many credit cards because we use them effectively to get discounts and earn credit card rewards. I still would have had a lot more credit cards than the average person because I use the reward programs. I'm very strategic about it, but I probably have a few less. Having a lot of credit cards doesn't affect you unless you can no longer handle them. So really, whether you have 3 credit cards or 20 credit cards, as long as you can manage them month to month and make your payments, it's actual benefit to your credit report. And notice how I said I had a starting point of 3 credit cards and up. You're better off in actuality to have 20 lines of credit that are responsibly handled than only 1 credit card. And the reason for that is if you only have 1 credit trade account on your credit report, that is only one indication to future creditors whether you are reliable to handle a larger loan down the line. So if you wanted to get a mortgage, maybe you don't know you want to get a mortgage, but 5 years from now you want to get a mortgage. It will be easier for you if you have multiple lines of credit rather than just 1 credit card. And I'm going to do a future video. The next video I will be doing is if you were only to have 3 credit cards, what kind of credit cards should they be? And if you want to see that video, you should subscribe to this channel. And the whole idea is that if you are a person by nature that does not want to have too many credit cards and you're looking for around 3 credit cards to have, this video will be very informative to you because I'll just tell you some real smart ways of getting credit cards, 3 credit cards, that'll be very useful for you. You'll earn rewards, and these cards will have no annual fee, so it's basically free money on things that you are going to be buying anyways. So look out for that video. I like comments, but I want to avoid this comment in the comment section where somebody might tell me that this could have all been avoided if I did automatic payments. I am a blogger and a vlogger, and I make money at different times, and it's just not reliable or dependable when those income streams come in. So I didn't set up my automated payment systems because it ends up being a more stressful thing to do it that way. But if you have a job where it's pretty consistent, I would then recommend that you do automatic payments. It's a great way of making sure you never have any kind of late payment, and you can avoid everything that I went through, definitely. But even after having gone through all of this, I didn't change my account settings to automate my payments. I still haven't done that because for me in my current life situation, it does not make sense. But if it makes sense for you, you should definitely do that, and that's one way of preventing this from ever happening to you. So thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you learned from my very, very stupid mistake that you should never assume anything with credit cards or anything in your life. Know the facts. That way you can avoid a lot of aggravation. So I hope from this video you learned that even if you incur credit card fees, whether they are a late payment fee like I did, that oftentimes you are able to reverse them, and you should try to reverse them. So even after what happened with me and my late payment, I hope that you consider subscribing. You can learn from what I know about credit cards, and obviously from today you can learn what I don't know about credit cards. So I hope you do subscribe, and thank you so much for watching, and until next time.